Oh, look at this, Sam. Here's some badger stairways.
Badger stairs?
I know it sounds a bit bizarre, but this is a badger path or a badger trail. And at night time, badgers come down here 2 or 3 times a night. And because it's a steep hill, what they do, they have to go ooh, 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 as they're coming down. And as they're coming down, shuffling down, they dig into the clay and they've formed a flight of stairs. So tonight, they'll be coming down the stairs.
Why do they come out at night?
Do you know, that's a very good question. I tell you what, let's go down there and I'll tell you more. Now we're down at the bottom here, I can tell you. Now, some creatures come out at night because they can hide from predators, right? I mean, for instance, birds. Birds are all fast asleep, so if you're an insect, you're okay, ain't you? But I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Another thing is food. Certain sorts of food are about, okay? And another reason is all about the moist nights. Now, if you go into your garden, right, late at night, if you let you, that'll let you go, and you look and you'll see all sorts of beetles hunting there and all sorts of creatures, and you'll see hedgehogs after things like slugs and snails. Now, the reason why slugs, snails and worms come out at night, they haven't got a waterproof coat like you've got. And the problem is, in the hot sun of the day, they'll just dry up. So, you know, that is no good if you're a slug or a snail, you know. And have you ever looked at a slug close? You have a look at a slug close. It's one long foot. It's a member of a group called gastropods, and it's a one long foot, and they run across on mucus, right? And slime, you know. I love them, don't you? Slugs and snails.
Let I introduce you
Yeah?
to my pet snail.
You've got a what?
A pet snail called Bertie.
That is Bertie.
Yeah?
You're pulling my leg. Put him away. Oh, you never cease to amaze me. Hang on, Sam. We'll stop there. No. Come here. Now, you see there, can you see some old mine workings? Now, what they've done is put some bars across there. They're bat grills, so nobody goes in there to disturb the bats in there, because they are protected by law. And they'll fly through those grills and out into all the insects. Now, if they come out at night, there's no competition for insects because all the birds are sleeping. So they can have a whale of a time. And they've got this ultrasonic squeak, right? And what they do is squeak, right? And it echoes back to them, and they'll know exactly how far the insect is. I mean, is that cool or is that cool? That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
And did you know the pipistrelle, which is our commonest bat we get round houses, did you know that can eat 3,000 insects in a night?
Wow.
That is pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, come on, time's getting on. Let's go and see these badgers now. You come in.
Yeah, I'm
What are you
just
doing?
going to leave Bertie here
All right.
with all his mates.
Good lad. See you, Bertie.
Bye.
By the way, Sam, we've got to be very, very quiet. No rustling, and we've got to make sure the scent is blown away from the badger because they've got a heck of a sense of smell, you know. Have you ever seen a badger, by the way?
No, I'm so excited to see one in real life.
Calm down. Come on. Give me that pheasant.
Yeah.
It's going up to roost because, you know, it's nearly dark and they'll roost up in the trees, because if they're down here, foxes will have them, you see. I've just brought a few peanuts along, and we'll just scatter a few, not many, just a few. And the badgers love peanuts, so do the muntjac deers. That's it. And we'll just sit quiet, and we'll wait to see what happens. Oh look, there's a pheasant already.
Yeah.
Beautiful creatures, aren't they lovely? You know, I mean, the pheasant is an introduced bird, but I think it does add a lot to the British countryside, don't it? Don't that look beautiful? There's a muntjac. Can you see the muntjac? Oh, can you see the antlers? It's a male. It's a male. Now, it's got another name. It's called the barking deer, because they bark. It's like a dog. It's marvellous. And I don't, you know, but they breed all the year round, where our native deer only breed once a year. These breed all the year. Now, they're an introduced species, is the muntjac. They come from Asia, and they were brought over to Britain about 1900. And these are the escapees that's travelled literally all over the country now. But they are beautiful things, aren't they?
Yeah.
There's a female. Can you see the female?
Yeah.
And can you see the ducks? They've got ducks under the eyes.
Yeah.
And that's their scent glands. And what they do is rub up against all sorts of trees and bark and plants to mark the territories. That's the males does that. Wonderful. I wish that pheasant had shut up, don't you? Because the badgers won't be. You've got to keep very quiet still. Very quiet. Here comes the badgers. Here it comes. Ah, now these are young cubs. Look, oh, they're magnificent. They're beautiful things. Wow. Look at them. Shut up. Look, they're coming now. They're back. Beautiful. Now, the reason why badgers are nocturnal and come out at night is because their staple diet, you know what I mean by that, don't you, is earthworms. And when you're an earthworm, you come up to the surface when it's dark, when it's moist. Of course, all the birds are all busy asleep, and that's when they come up to the surface to mate. Of course, badgers are not daft, and they know this, and they love earthworms, and they go out across the field, and it's a bit like a vacuum cleaner, and they're sucking all the worms up, and you know, they might eat up to 200 or 300 in an evening, you know. And if you ever look at the dung pits, now this is where they do the business, it's always sort of a muddy looking colour, because the earth from the earthworm's gut is passed right through the badger and come out in its dung, you know. But of course they'll eat other things as well, you know. They're what you call omnivorous. That means they'll eat anything, but earthworms are their favourites, and that's why they're nocturnal. Look, there's two of them, two little cubs. Oh, aren't they magnificent? Beautiful. And have you noticed, look, every now and again, look, their nose goes up. Look, it's going up smelling. I better be quiet, haven't I? Shh. Now, the muntjac, they've gone now. They feed in daytime and in night time. And they're mainly, well, they're vegetarians. But of course, the badgers, they're still feeding, aren't they? Look, I don't know about you, but it's like seeing a film star when you go to the cinema. And, you know, you only see him in the cinema. Here we're seeing a film star in person. It's exciting, isn't it? Wow. Shall we creep off and leave them in peace?
Yeah.